ladies, what do you like to do? Sit back and relax and watch Girl Talk 2. Conversations with ladies. What you like to do? Sit back and relax and watch Girl Talk 2. Conversations with Shy going through the roof. Each and every Sunday, tell a friend and tell a friend. Tune in at 8 p.m. Empower women. Doing better is a motto. Instagram we follow, cause girls run the world. We let our minds lead the way. The future is great. We should have Girl Talk every night. Girls run the world. We let our minds lead the way. The future is bright. We should have Girl Talk every night. Girls run the world. We let our minds lead the way. The future is bright. We should have Girl Talk every night. Girl Talk.
Why you running like that?
Ladies, conversations with Shy going through the roof. Each and every Sunday, tell a friend and tell a friend.
What up, what up, what up, y'all? How we doing? It's Girl Talk. You already know what it is. It's Shy back each and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Thank you for tuning in. I got my boy Natty here with me.
What up,
the best barber in the building, the best barber in Mount Vernon, the best barber in New York, yo. So we just here, we chilling. You already know what we doing. Like I told y'all, ladies, get y'all questions ready. We got a man on the show. You know how we like to have fun with them. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How's your Sunday going? I got my glasses on. I got my eye glam on, so everything is red right now. Red, baby. But talk to me. How we feeling out there? How we doing? I'm trying to get y'all on my Instagram because y'all know sis can't see that far. Y'all know sis can't see that far. How we doing on the radio? Shout out to y'all, everybody listening to WVOX 1460 AM, the voice of the people. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming. What's for dinner? You already know what it is. What we eating is Yo, first of all, let's talk about how it's so hot outside. It is so hot out there. It's time to start taking 3 to 4 showers a day. Like, if you just walking around outside all day, no showers, no nothing, I can't mess with you. You is not my friend. It is too hot outside, man. I'm trying to see our comments right now. Can you help me? Looking for an assistant. We are looking for an assistant. I'm looking for a makeup person, a stylist. Let me tell y'all something. Getting ready to come to the radio is like a process that I have to start about, let me say, 3 o'clock, like start getting ready and start doing stuff. Right. But if I have somebody here kind of setting up the camera already and that's me, and doing stuff like that, like, so anybody, I can't pay you much, but you will get the publicity. You can be on the radio. You can always be a guest. So, you know, if anybody out there want to get their, you know, feet a little wet and start doing things, and I'm on the radio, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm everywhere, and, you know, you want to fix my face up or, you know, make my locks be in a special way, feel free to hit me up, bro.
Beautiful.
But what's up with you, man?
Ain't nothing.
How you feeling today?
Sunday?
Sunday is going good. We got to step up to the mic.
Yeah. Microphone checker.
Yes, definitely, Crystal, an intern. Definitely an intern. So let's start this off. We always start off with Girl Talk. You already know. How has 2020 affected, like, 2021 for you?
2021. I mean, 2020 into 2021 was a very trying year. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The pandemic by itself was really an eye-opener for everybody, including myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Number one, give thanks for life.
Yes.
Because without life, nothing else is possible. And without the man up above, definitely nothing ain't possible. So, with that being said, I'm grateful to be here. You know?
Yes.
2021, I'm just trying to just hit the ground running.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And put all my goals and go out and accomplish them.
And do it.
Yeah.
Well, you've been doing a good job because before 2020 you did have your own shop. You are working. You had me waiting for, you know, you got 100 customers.
All right, so we gonna slow that down. We can slow it down.
Right. Look, my bad. But shout out to you and shout out to you getting this far and making it through the pandemic because there's a lot of businesses who didn't, you know what I mean? So
that is so true.
So shout out to you for even still being here and still go in and still being able to help the people look sexy.
You know, it's a prayer. Every day I get up, I start with a prayer. I might not go on my knees and do the hand clasp and everything, but I do say something of saying thank you for waking me up today, Father, and carrying me through my day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And before I go to my bed at night, I say thank you for bringing me back home.
Yes.
Safe.
Because a lot of people probably did,
A lot of
right?
people did not make it home.
Yes.
A lot of people did not wake up today. So for each day I wake up and each day I lay my head down, I say a prayer, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So
okay.
That's the first
I like
order
that.
of business.
I love that. I love that. So introduce yourself. Who is Natty?
Well, first off, the name Natty came back from my high school days, you know what I mean? I had dreads.
Okay.
You know, down to my back. So,
Really?
Yeah. Going into junior high to high school, everybody used to, you know, the Jamaican thing, the homies used to see me and be like, yo, Natty. So it just stuck with me.
I never knew that. I knew you about for 20 years. I'm like, oh, why are you called Natty?
I had dreads a while back, and I cut them in 2008.
Okay. Okay, so that's where the name Natty comes from. How long have you been a barber?
I started in the business at the age of 15. Well,
Wow.
I started to have interest because I love art.
Okay.
And then, back then, my dad used to take me to the barber shop, and I used to always love how they create the afros, the high top. Back then,
they got crazy with it.
Was, woo,
yeah.
the Gumby and all of that. You know what I
Right.
mean? You come out there, you know you got to cut.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I used to go home and try and practice on myself, and my lines was not coming out good.
So practice make perfect.
Practice make perfect. You know what I mean? And then later on, at the age of 15, as a young adolescent coming up, I always wanted. I had a business aspect from way back, from I was young.
Okay.
Because I grew up in a home of a lot of entrepreneurs. My uncle, my aunts, and even my mom. You know what I mean? She used to do pastries, baking back home. She used to bake bun and so forth. My uncle, he have a well-known clothing line, and also my other uncle, he has a food. He has a food cart back home.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And when you say back home, where's back home?
Jamaica.
Okay. Okay. I'm just, we just clarifying some things. What up, y'all? Thank you. We got the island man we got some island questions for his ass. We can shout out to y'all on the radio. Shout out to everybody listening. WVOX, Girl Talk. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you tag. Make sure you like. And thank y'all for always coming out. So you said you wanted to be a barber since 15. Was that something that you always did, or
no?
Did you do other things?
Actually, I did other things. But at the age of 15, coming up, I always knew I wanted to own my own business.
Okay.
You know,
and that's the difference.
Me and my mom used to go back at it, and she asked me one day, so what you want to do with your life? I said, I'm going to give you a business.
Wow. And that's what you did.
That's exactly what I said I had to do. Although, don't get me wrong, it wasn't just straightforward to the business. I had to go through the trials and tribulation. I started working at Burger King.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And later on, nursing home, and I just
kept moving
it
up.
wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I respect it, but it just wasn't for me.
Yes.
I like doing my own thing.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm my own person.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I totally understand that, because sometimes you work and it pays the bills or the insurance is good or whatever, but it just does not complete your heart. You know what I mean? It does not fulfilling. Like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, and you can feel it. It's a gut, and it's no shade to the people that's in that field. That's the feeling there.
I applaud
right
everyone that get up and do that 9 to 5.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And those are the same concepts that I implement into my own business.
Okay.
Because if I could get up 7:30 and start working at 9 o'clock for corporate America, why can't I do it for myself?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just that I have to be more militant, because now I'm an independent worker.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I work for myself.
Yes. And, you know, some people say, oh, I want to work for myself. Oh, I don't want to. Is it as easy as it is to say it? You know what I mean?
No. It is 10 times harder. Because a lot of people don't know when you are your own business, you are everything.
You are everything.
Down to the janitor.
Yes. No. Right. Right.
You
It's
know,
yours. You got to clean it.
You gotta clean it. You know what I mean? Unless you're gonna hire people, but it's not everyone is gonna give you the same love and commitment like what you have for your own.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
True. Nobody gonna love your baby like you love your baby because it's
yours.
yours.
It's yours, so you know the mechanics of it. If it breaks down, you know how to fix it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Build it from the ground up.
Right.
And that's exactly what I set out to do.
Nice.
And I'm still here.
And you're doing it.
And I'm doing it.
Shout out to all the business owners out there.
Shout out
to everybody that's trying to own their own business. You know what I mean? Here's a business owner right here, right in front of you. He's a cool guy. I'm sure if you have any questions about running your own business or, you know, anything like that, this is what Girl Talk is here for. Girl Talk is here so you can reach out, so you can make those connections, so you could, you know, yes, he is a barber, but he also is a business owner. So, you know, you could get a little bit out of everything right now. Amongst other things. I'm not giving you two things that you are. I'm just saying. Well, what else can I ask you about then? What are you, a guru too? Like.
I'm all around. I try to obtain knowledge as I go along in life.
Okay.
You're never too old to learn.
Right. They said when you stop learning
is when you close your eyes. Because the last thing you learn how to do is to die. No disrespect. That's what it is.
Right. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And I keep that to my heart.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I never try to stop learning. I always try.
Okay.
I'm learning from you right now.
And I'm learning from you right now. They said when you stop learning, that's when you start getting old. You know what I mean? When you think you know everything, that's when you start aging because a 5-year-old could teach you something new. You know what I mean? You're never too old to learn from anybody. So, shout out to everybody that's still learning and still recognizing that, you know, even though you're here or right here, that, you know, there's still way you could go all the way up there. Like, you know what I mean? There's always room to grow. So shout out to that. Shout out to just trying and growing and
being humble.
And being, oh my gosh.
Be humble.
Oh my gosh.
That's
humble. Humble is like the number one thing. Yes.
Thankful for the good days and thankful for the bad days. Because the bad days is what's going to teach you how to be a better person.
Right.
That's number one. And a better business.
Right. No, that's a fact. Being humble. Because I feel like sometimes people make it to a certain place and now they want to act funny. And, you know, and they forget where they come from. Yeah. Like, we grew up, I just, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I understand, though, like, when you know, as you start growing, yes, you should, like, you change. Like, change happens, but don't forget.
And change is good.
And change is beautiful.
Change is good. Never you be afraid to change.
The world is changing right now.
Along the changes, you got to remember that what got me here. You know what I mean? Sometimes people see me and they be like, yo, why? I drive. Just to give you an example, I drive. And sometimes I'll be walking and be like, why are you walking? I'm like, what do you mean, why am I walking? I wasn't born with a car.
Right.
I got to go back to basic, get the blood flowing again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to run down the bus going to school back in the day. So.
Right. Who didn't? Like, standing in the cold.
What?
I think like maybe a year ago, I don't know where I was at, but I didn't have my car. I think I was like getting a oil change or something, and I just rode the bus.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I just got on the bus, and they're like, "Shani, you on the bus?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of peaceful." Like I was having a little nice bus ride.
And you going down memory lane too.
Yes, I was going down memory lane, and this is when the buses was free. You know, during COVID, the buses was free, so I got me on the bus. Like
I was taking advantage.
Yo, I was on the 42. It dropped me right off in front of my mama's house. Like, what's the big deal? Like,
no big deal, man.
Yo, it ain't no, like, I'm still, like, you know, you just, let's just be humble. How y'all doing out there? Talk to me. I see that y'all joining. I see that y'all in. Shout out to people on his live. Shout out to people on the radio. Shout out to everybody on Girl Talk. Tell me how y'all feeling. Give me some feedback. What do y'all want to talk about? I got my questions here, but is there anything that you guys want to talk about or you guys want to ask? Remember that there's always a question box at the bottom of the screen. And for everybody that's listening to me on the radio that may not have Instagram, you can always go check us out on YouTube. After this, I'm going to post it on YouTube and you can see us and you can, you know, get a feel of how the vibe is. We in a radio station, you already know what it is, WVOX. And shout out to everybody that's making their dreams come true. When you're not cutting hair and, you know, being a businessman, what are you doing? Like, what is your hobbies?
My hobbies is music. I love music. My second love is music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's my second love. And right now I'm working with one of the dopest artists, upcoming artists there is, K. Keneal, at the K. Keneal. You can lock in at the K. Keneal. We just did one of the biggest and dopest stage show like week before last week.
Oh, really?
With an international artist known as TJ.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we turned Jersey up the other day and it was lit.
It was lit.
It was lit.
So you ain't sleeping, you working.
I work 24/7, man.
You work, and it feels good though because you working on stuff that's for you.
That's for me and the family.
Right.
And I can also teach my brothers and sisters how to go about doing what you love to do.
Yes.
You know what
I
mean?
love that.
And investing into your own.
Yes.
So that's how it started.
Yes.
If we don't invest into us, who else is going to invest into us?
Nobody. So we got to help each other out.
We got to help each other out.
Miss Chrissy asked, would you ever teach to cut hair? Would you teach people how to cut hair?
A lot of people been asking me that, and yes, I will. It's on the table too. We're in the process.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just got to slow down.
You got to stop for a minute.
Yeah, because I'm not lying. When like I said, besides the business itself, I have a next business, which is That Way Promotion.
Okay.
I've been doing parties for a minute now.
Okay.
Well, I've graduated from parties now. I can't say I'm going into concerts now.
Nice.
A concert.
Look at the growth.
Growth, you know what I mean?
You know.
So I'm trying to take on new lanes as I go along.
Right.
And learn as I go along.
Yes. That's the greatest thing about like having a business is that once you start one thing, yes, I'm a barber, yes, I own my, but then like other avenues, it's like a tree and the branches just start growing. Like, oh, I could do this, or I could do, oh, you know, and it's all you. It all relates to you, and you learning, and you networking, and you meeting people, and it's fun.
Let's take a deep breath.
and it's fun. It's so fun.
Take a deep breath and just let it sink in.
Yes, it's a beautiful feeling. You mentioned that you're Jamaican. Do you think in the Jamaican community, like mental health and stuff like that, is that something that you guys talk about, or is that just something that everybody just say, oh, he crazy, or you know what I mean?
Well, mental health to me is number one, because if you don't have a peace of mind, you cannot make somebody else happy. If you're not happy, I cannot make you happy if I'm not happy.
No, you're gonna make me miserable.
My energy is gonna spiral off onto you.
Yes.
And if I don't have that energy for you to come back, what do you think is gonna happen? You're just gonna be gone. So mental health have to do with what's going on to your day-to-day life.
Yes.
If somebody is draining your energy, you have to acknowledge that enough to step away and catch yourself.
Right.
Because if you don't catch yourself, you go into this thing called the tornado, where you just get lost
Spiral. You just spiral
and the comeback may never be the same. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, my friends say I'm too spiritual at times. I'll be talking too crazy at times, but I'll be like, yo, I'm talking the realness.
Right.
Because I was once down that lane, and I'm not trying to go back down that lane.
And I don't want to, right?
Life is too good right now. Life is too sweet for me.
Right.
For me to take those steps back, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not an innocent person. You know what I mean? I did my dirt.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I learned from my dirt.
Yes.
And I'm growing from my dirt.
Yes.
So, like I said, don't forget where you're from
Right.
and where you're going. My mom always told me, if you don't know where you're from, you know not where you're going.
Right. That's true.
Always have a foundation.
Always have a foundation. You ain't gonna make it without one.
And I have a lot of praying family, especially my stepmother. That's my number one lady right there,
Prayer
next
warrior.
to my mother. You know. So
Okay.
they always lecturing me. My mom be calling me, yo, what, look. I'm like, yo, mom, all right, I got you. And then by the time I spin around, she called my stepmother and be like, yo, did you talk to her? I got it right there. It's like, they be double teaming me. You know what I mean? They be double teaming.
But look where they got you. Look where they got you.
I mean, they're my backbone.
Okay.
They're my backbone. My first tat as a young man coming up was them.
Wow.
Mommy on the neck, stepmom on the back, my guidance.
I love that. I love that you talked about your stepmother, because some people that's in those spiraling relationships or spiraling places are because sometimes they with the person, somebody that's toxic, and it may be a baby daddy or baby mama, you know, because it's not just males, it's females too. And you spoke about your stepmother, like you can get another, like it's okay to move on, you know what I mean?
I've heard so much stories about step parents and so forth. Not that all of them is false stories, but I made my dream come true.
Yes.
I prove a lot of people wrong where step parents are concerned, because my stepmother is my go-to. That's my ace. You know what I mean? If my mother was my stepmother, I call her my mother because she's my mother.
Okay.
I've been with her from I was 8 years old, from I came from Jamaica. Even though my mother is present in my life, but she stepped up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And she and my mother is basically best friends.
Wow.
My birth mother.
Wow. That's beautiful.
So they get along. You know what I mean? So as far as where I've heard some stories, I can say I never experienced those stories.
Me either. My dad, and it feels so weird calling them like your stepmom, my stepdad. You know what I mean?
I take the step out because I put the step in just now because
just so we can know. Right, right.
But she's not my step.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah,
I feel like that my dad, like, you know, I knew him since I was like 2, 1. Like, who knows? He's picking me up from school. We riding on a bicycle to go home. Like, there's so many stories that I could never call him my stepdad. That sounds weird. Like, and if I called him my stepdad, he'd probably beat me. Like, Chuckers, what are you talking about? Right, like.
Step up. Like,
yeah, nah. Shout out to all the step parents out there, though.
There's just a few that would do that. Not a lot of people would do that. To take on a child of somebody else's
and really treat them like
as their own.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, that's deep.
Love and nurture them. I remember countless nights, homework gotta get done.
Right.
It's me and her. My dad is at work. It's me and her.
Right.
You know what I mean? School plays, schools recitals, karate classes.
Yeah, my dad.
Swimming.
Right.
It was my mom, my stepmom.
Right.
But my mom also, when I go visit my mom, she plays her part too.
Yeah.
So both of them don't drop the ball at no time.
Well, look at you. We got us a nice young gentleman who's raised by women and knows the value of life and the value of themselves and knows how to treat a woman right. Are you single out here?
What's the next question?
Right. Like, are you into something right now? Because that's a lucky lady. And if you're not, I think I got some ladies out there that can use a man like you. Nah.
I'm not perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
I try to do the right thing. You know what I mean? I try.
Okay.
But along trying, you're going to have some setbacks.
Yes.
So whenever you look for a setback is always room for a major comeback.
When you do this, they hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shout out to everybody on the radio, hear him banging. I ain't me, that's him. But I like that though. And nobody's perfect, but it's like when you do get set back or something happens, I feel like it should be something different because I want to learn from each one. I don't want to keep making that same mistake, and you know, because you're not gonna grow. Like you didn't learn that from that girl. That happened to you 10 times. Like. Yeah, you know, like, you know what I mean? It got to be different things that's going on because now I'm in this field and I didn't know to do that, so it kind of set me back. But now, you know, now I know. So it's like, you got to learn. It's like a learning thing.
And sometimes we moving too fast.
Yeah. No, seriously.
We moving too fast.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And we miss those key points.
Yeah.
You You know what I mean?
You gotta pay
Something that's
attention.
gonna help, just that little bit. That's gonna, you need to just
Be in the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk past it or shoot past it.
Yes.
Now you gotta come back to it though.
Right. No, seriously. I totally agree. I don't know if you guys are asking questions because I can't see it right now. We got Selena. Shout out to Selena. Always here. She's like my, besides my rock, she's smile. She about to start being like my co-host. She isn't, but
she's real dope. I like that. She comes in and
she's the
get
boss.
to it. You know what I mean?
She's the boss.
She makes sure, yo, what you need, all right, boom, 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 all right.
Right.
You know, she's cool.
Today
like
she came in kind of calm on us, so let's be thankful for that.
Oh, she turned up?
Oh yeah, she come like, why didn't y'all? Who didn't? Why you sitting in that chair like that? Sit up, boy. I was like, oh.
I would have run back
The
to the
boss-
door running.
The boss is here.
I don't do that.
To get to where you are right now, did you have to like leave people behind, or just, you know, some friends you think it's your friends, and then when you start making it, you feel weird vibes, and you know, and
It's a balance.
yes,
It's a balance. Everything you do in life, not everyone is going to be there with you. Not everyone is going to be a part of it. But you got to go out there and set the example. If it's a positive example, they're going to come.
yeah,
Who want to be a part of it, they will come. It's just you got to see that light at the end, and then you just got a tunnel vision to it.
gotcha.
If you don't tunnel vision to it, you're going to be looking to the right, looking to the left, looking behind you, looking up, looking down. But once you tunnel vision, they're going to be like, yo, he's on a mission.
Right.
We see the mission. Let's go for it. But
Right.
along the way, also, you know what comes with that too.
Right.
You got opportunists.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got haters.
Yes.
You got, like, you name it.
They're out there.
You know, you name it, they're there.
It'll be your family, your friends. You know, sometimes it'll be the closest
You
people
don't know
to
where
you.
it's coming from.
Right.
You just have to be aware
Yeah.
of your surroundings.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I said, be humble. I cannot emphasize on it anymore. Because when you're humble, you tend to you create a blanket around you of positivity. You know what I mean? And within that blanket, people around you that sees you and know that that's not you, their protection comes all around.
Yeah.
It's like you got your little
Right.
guardian angels around you that you don't even know yourself.
Right.
Until one day they just appear and be like, the other day I was there walking and this lady saw me and she was like, God bless you. I said, for what? And she said, I always see you. But you're just so humble. You always come to work and be about your business. And I always tell her that's how I know myself to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do have friends. I do hang out.
Yeah, you have to. You have to have fun.
Yeah.
You know? You gotta have fun. You gotta laugh.
But majority of the time, I'm by myself. A lot of people be like, yo, he's hype. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Come have a conversation with me, get to know me before you judge me.
Right.
That's what I tell anybody. You know?
I'm just minding my business.
Yeah, I'm just minding my business.
And they probably judge you off of being a promoter and being in the party
Being
scene,
in the circle.
and then
Yeah.
so they have a preconception about you.
But sometimes do we have to watch our circles though?
We definitely do. We definitely do, because like I said, even in your own circle, like one of my, like he just came on the scene, and I'm telling you, he made a big impact throughout everyone. And I'm not a bandwagonist. I don't ride people's clout, but I gotta give it up to Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
The great Nip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You love Nip. You play
What?
Snap all the time
You know,
in the shop.
You know that's me. All
Yes,
day.
yes.
People be coming in there, yo, you can't listen to nothing else? Nah, because Nip's vision is basically what I saw a long time ago.
Okay.
But he took it on the next path than I. You know what I mean? He was able to vocalize himself and let the world hear it. Me, I'm more showing it by my work itself, by the way I cut, you know what I mean, the way I deal with people one-on-one. So don't get it twisted. Your circle gotta be tight.
Yes.
Within your circle, you're gonna have some shady people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So don't look at that as a setback. Look at that as a lesson learned.
Yes. And when you have those people in your circle, do you think that like you approach them? Do you ask them, are they doing it? Do you just stop being friends with them? Because sometimes it'll be somebody who knows something. Not that you have bad stuff, but we don't have a past, so we don't do something. So I think sometimes people don't know how to approach that situation when it's somebody in your circle that's being a little shady. Like, so do you think the first thing I should ask you, like, hey, do you have a problem, or did you da-da-da? Like, you know what I mean? How do you even approach that situation?
That's a question that I myself can't even answer. I can't even answer because I when you see my circle is small. You know, I know a lot of people, but my circle is very small. And the reason why I say that, because when I do something, I don't do it for credit. I don't do it because I want you to go tell that man, oh, Natty just did this for me. Nah, I do it because I genuinely want to do it. So when I love you from the heart. So a lot of people around me, I genuinely love them from the heart. So I'm gonna make it my point of duty to do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because number one, you can't say you're a part of the team and you ain't all the way with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's gonna show you out to be just one of the ones that wasn't real with it.
Yes.
And I stand 10 toes down all day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, Selena.
I think being all the way real does include asking that question. So if you're feeling this vibe or whatever, why not ask the person?
Definitely.
You know, do we you know, do
Yeah.
you want to have a conversation?
What
Can we talk? Because it
Selena?
could be a misunderstanding
That's
that
what
you
I
don't
said.
even know, or they don't, you know,
Yeah.
just a simple misunderstanding that just turns and bubbles over into a lot of unnecessary vibes and shade and all
So you
of
gotta
that
kind of just
ugliness.
catch it when it's.
But we usually, as friends, because most of our friends, when you have a tight circle, your friends become family.
Yes.
You just automatically assume that person knows. Oh, I know. They know what they did.
Right.
Or they know what they said.
And they really don't.
Sometimes they don't.
Right.
Which is true. That's why it goes back to my previous statement. I don't know
Right.
how to approach it. Because
Yeah.
Just asking. That's what I'm saying.
Energy.
The approach is
it
asking.
works off of energy.
You got a problem? If it was your enemy,
No,
it'd have
energy.
been no. If it was an enemy
Oh.
or
yeah.
a person, you would like step to them.
Yeah.
Do we got a problem?
Right.
Why you can't do that with a friend? And it's a misunderstanding. Do we have a problem?
Instead of asking another friend.
Exactly. Should we have a seat? You know, let's talk about
I
it.
mean,
Because some people, honestly,
That is
communication, that's easier said than done.
It is
right?
easier.
Some people don't know how to even talk like that, or even like how to start that sentence that you just did. Like,
'Cause it's-
I feel like some people should write that down. What you just said,
Uncomfortable.
like,
How can
okay, like,
I'm thinking like Ice Cube. Do we have a problem here?
right?
If you could, if you could do that with your enemy or someone who don't like you, why you can't have that same type of respect?
Okay.
In
because I feel
with
like
a friend.
I feel like being around your friends, right? Your friends, like you said, your friends become your family,
Yes.
and they are your day to day.
Yes.
You know, they see you day to day, so they know what your likes are, what your dislikes are. You know what I mean? And based upon that, they should know how to move.
Should.
You see what I'm saying? So when you see somebody step outside the box, you're gonna.
It's weird.
They're weird because you know I don't move like that.
Yeah.
So why are you giving me that type of energy?
Yeah.
You know
Why
what I
you
mean?
doing that? You know we don't do
But
that.
that's why I say the relationship itself deserves the respect
Yes.
of you asking.
Okay.
Like, you know
But
what I
it
mean?
gets scary. at
It
times.
does, because
It
sometimes
does.
you don't want to know the answer to the question.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
And the thing is, sometimes they even lie to you.
Right.
And you don't want to see your friend.
Like, and when you lie to me, it's worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was way worse.
So,
Like, cause like,
I'm
wait,
like,
you
yo,
said
you
what?
really like all this
Yeah.
time? Like,
Right.
Come on, we done went through so much.
Right.
Right.
No,
You know what I
seriously.
mean? And I can testify to that. I've been around friends that they have done stuff for me, and I've done stuff for them. So to see the way how to
Turn.
end out, what the end result was, I got to be like, yo, damn.
Yeah. It hurts a little.
It hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the point where you just want to shut down and close the door on everybody.
Right.
You know what
It's like a breakup.
Yo, this is a marriage gone wrong. Divorce.
Right. Everybody, thank you for listening to Girl Talk WVOX 1460 AM, the voice of the people. Shout out to everybody on the radio. Shout out to everybody on Instagram Live. Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch us on YouTube. I got some videos out there. If you haven't seen my latest video with me walking through the city and just chatting with people and talking, go check that out. And if you have any ideas, any girl talk ideas, you sitting here watching and you have like, oh, Shanice, maybe you should hit me up. Let me
How you
know.
felt about that, bro?
What, doing that?
Yeah, walking through the city.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got butterflies in you.
Nah, it was so much fun, but it was scary. Like, we in New York City, the tough place, the mean place, you know, what everybody say. So I'm here asking random people questions, white, black, Asian, like it didn't matter what they were. It was scary, but my videographer, shout out to Campbell, Ears to Eyes Media. He's social too, so he'll stop people or I'll stop people. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I didn't stop everybody. He stopped something. He kept saying, Shanice, if they look at you 2 times, they want to talk. Two glances, you go for them. And I'm like, okay. Like, I don't get it. Like, but it was something new. You know what I mean? I've been dealing with a lot of stuff at work, dealing with a lot of mental health for myself. So instead of like, you know, you gotta find ways to like be happy. You know, at least Sundays. Like Sundays, it's a lot going on, but Sundays is one of my happy days. You know what I mean?
What is it that you love to do?
I love to talk.
So find somebody that you can sit down and just vibe with.
But I like to talk, but I like to talk to different people. Like I want to meet you. I want to meet you. I want to meet you. Ooh, I want to tap into your brain too. Ooh, you look mean. Let me see if you really mean. Like that's me. Like I want to like dig in your brain. I want to know how you was raised.
You going in there with the surgical?
Yeah, like
some dissect.
That's me. Like I'm all in it, but not in a way where it seems like dang, you know.
No.
Because a lot of times people end up telling me their business anyway. You know, me and you had a lot of talks. Like you just start talking.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
Once you are a person that's approachable, you know what I mean? A lot of people's gonna come to you.
Yes.
A lot of people's gonna come to you. And
Yes.
you are one of the most approachable person. I've known you for years.
Right.
We always had that type of connection. Mom, your brother,
Right.
your
Everybody.
sister, you know what I mean? So it's family. But
Yeah, no, dead serious. Dead serious.
So, you know, but one thing I wanted to ask you though, and I've never been down there since the whole pandemic scene. How's the city now as it is?
The city is back, baby.
Is it busy? Like how it was?
It's not busy, but it's nice though, because it's not as crowded and loud, but it's still the city. You know, it's still the lights, it's still the people. When I was in the city, we was like at the parks and stuff, like, and that was like the best vibe I felt in a long time. It was like I need to go to the city and chill in the park because everybody is like selling something, singing something. You know, weed is legal, so the vibe.
I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs.
No, seriously.
The pandemic, I even on my way here. So where I live, a guy done set up shop across the street washing cars, and like I've seen a lot of those. Lately,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of independent stalls set up, fruits and vegetable stands, and so I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
We need to tap into ourselves again.
Yes.
Find something that you want to do and do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't knock the person that does their 9 to 5.
No, not at all.
It's good to be independent.
Yeah.
Too.
It's good to fulfill your heart. Like, it's just good to, even if everything, you know, we want to make some dollars from it, but it's about, like, feeling good. Like, it feels good when I do this. Yes, I was crying about him, but when I go and sell my vegetables and I'm talking to people or whatever, I'm like that. I like seeing people eat healthy. You know what I mean? Girl Talk started, my first episode, I was in my mom's backyard. Like, you know what I mean? A year later, I'm at the radio station. So, growth, and it wasn't even something that I planned. It wasn't something like, oh, I'm going to be on the radio station. It just kind of just happened. Everything just kind of flowed and happened. And positivity and just minding your business, too. That's a big thing. You can't be concerned with this person, and still, you know, for your brain. I know, like, I'm usually the person that people call when they, you know, something, because I guess the vibe, people want to talk, but sometimes you got to take a step back and just do it yourself, and then I can get back to y'all. It's not no disrespect, it's not nothing like that. It's just like, I got to grow too, you know?
And you need people that's going to grow with you and push you.
Yes.
We all got to push each other.
Yes. I can't keep pushing everybody. Somebody got to push me too.
I need pushing.
Right, I'm human.
You know what I mean? I got flaws.
Right.
So help me fix my flaws, and I'm gonna help you fix your flaws, and we go up the ladder together.
Right. Shout out to Dawn. Shout out to my girl Dawn. She always calls me with these different ideas, and what she told me to do today, I did not do. So I know she's gonna be mad at me. But shout out to her for always. She's always pushing, always asking. Like, I'm like, girl, I'm driving, and she's like, well, you need to get on GarageBand and do this, and you need to do that. And I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea. So shout out to her. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my girl Chris. Shout out to all my friends. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that believes in me and believes in my man right here. Y'all know I've known him for a long time. Natty's been cutting my hair. He's the greatest barber. Shout out to WVOX 1460 AM. What's your address to your
I'm located at 261 West 1st Street, Mount Vernon, New York.
And tell them your Instagram name.
I go by several Instagrams. I told you I don't stop working. So the business page itself is Tristan's Barbershop 123.
Okay. And where did that name come from?
It came from my firstborn.
Okay.
The love that really slowed me down.
Okay.
My son.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Had that big slow down.
Slow down. Catch yourself, young man.
Yes, I love that.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
I wanted to give him something or leave something for him to look at and say, yo, my father left something of his legacy for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So within him looking into himself, he can see that he himself too can go out and achieve.
Yes.
You know, whatever he wants to do.
Yes.
Go out, set your dreams, and go for it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I love that. You know, one day I hope to do. I don't have any kids yet, but if I do, you know, hopefully I have something to give and to leave. That feels good, you know.
It's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling. You got to do the right thing with it, but
because listen, you could set it, but it's not everybody that's gonna see.
Right. Yes.
So probably his vision is different from my vision.
Yes.
But this is just a platform.
Yes.
Just to show him yo, the next step.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you want to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Leave some type of legacy where your kids can look back and be like, yo, my mom or my dad stand for something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And I think when something's left for you, or when your parents, or your loved one leaves something, it makes you want to do the same for your child. Like, how I'm not going to leave something for my child when my dad left something for me.
Level up.
You know what? Exactly. That's what it is. Like, I'm about to leave them 2, 3 of these. Like, you know what I mean? So it's leveling up. It's like, you just have a different mind frame because my dad did this, my mom did this. So, like, I got to be something. It's a little bit of pressure, but, you know.
I come from a well-grounded home. My dad is a cop back home in Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's retired and he does his own business here now in the States.
Wow.
So that just showed me yo, what are you doing?
Yes.
You gotta come hard.
Yes. That's nice.
You know what I mean? My mom migrated from home. She used to work at a clothing store and then she came here and she worked at the Marriott Marquis as a manager. And now she's the director of the school.
Look at her.
CT.
Shout out to moms.
And my stepmother, she just retired the other day. She was a nurse.
Shout out to all the people that retired, that has retired, that's retiring. And is get to live, even if they're not doing nothing, they get to relax and breathe and
what they want to
Taking
do.
some fresh air.
Give me some. Give me some.
I just want us to just take the mask off, man.
Yeah.
And just enjoy fresh air.
Yes.
But it's stifled.
Yes.
It's stifling because we can't really express ourselves how we want to. You know what I mean?
Yes. Period. It's always things like it's always something that like even with girls, if I'm going through something at work, they like, Shanice, do you think you should still do girl talk? And I'm like, this is the only thing I have that's mine, that's making me happy.
And how do you feel?
And now y'all tell me in order to do this and this, I have to stop talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
if you don't want to hear me, turn off the dial.
Right. It's
somebody
like,
else is going to hear me.
Yes.
My
like,
voice is going to propel.
Right. Yes. You know, I think in life there's always going to be something to try to stop you. You know what I mean? Well, if you do this, that means this is going to happen. Or if you do this, this is not going to happen. Like, no. We got to just keep doing what we love because God got us and He has the last word. You know what I mean? And if it was meant to be, if it's for you, it's going to be for you. You telling me to pause? Huh?
Stop moving.
Oh, we're moving. She like, I'm like, stop! In the name of shout out to my girl Danishka, barber, Jennifer. I was in CT this week and they showed me a very good time. I definitely needed that. I needed the laughter, the chicken nuggets. They know what I'm talking about. And you know, shout out to my nephew Noah. He turned 1 this weekend also.
Shout out Noah.
Shout out to my boo boo Noah. He's so handsome. How do you feel about this bonnet thing everybody's talking about? Did you like? I guess girls are wearing they wore bonnets to like the airport, and Monique the comedian was like, "You shouldn't be outside with no bonnet." Do you like girls that wear bonnets outside? Like, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I love females that could be themselves.
Okay.
And be free. Because if you look at it now, the time and the era that we're living in is too, like, it's too cliche. It's too, you know what I mean, fairy tale. And I ain't about the fairy tale. You know what I mean? So, but there's a time and a place for everything.
Yes.
Presentation is everything.
Yes,
you know
I do believe that.
If I can understand if you run into the grocery store, I can understand if you're in the house and you come outside to get your mail, but to be going to the airport and to be going to your place of business, even though I say you need to be comfortable, but that's a little bit too comfortable because you need people to take you serious. How are you going to go about like getting somebody to get you?
Right.
Make you serious. Take you serious.
Right. And people say like, "Oh, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover," but
you shouldn't.
But
the first impression is what?
Yeah.
The last impression.
Right.
Until you prove otherwise.
Right.
You know.
Seriously.
It takes a lot of hard work to prove otherwise.
Yes.
Right.
So otherwise is like you done stained me already. So what are you gonna come with next?
Yeah. Seriously. You know, I don't wear bonnets like that. I mean, I wear them to sleep. I said, all right, outside. But I don't think, you know, if you go, like he said, if you go into the store, I mean, I'd rather sleep somebody with a bonnet in the airport than wear pajama pants. Like, I don't know. It's something about the pajama pants. That's kind of just dirty.
Because there it is, you gonna wear the pajamas right back into the bed.
Yeah,
like, you're not getting in my door to begin with.
Right.
You're not passing the front door.
Right.
So you're gonna get your mind whatever you had going on, figure it out before you come in.
Right. You gotta go soak that thing. Like the pajama pants, I think gets to me a little bit more. I've seen, you know, it's funny because I've seen people in the airport with a bonnet on or something like that, and then they take it off and their hair is real nuts. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know,
I seen that also. That's fine, but take it off.
Yeah. But I guess for the plane ride, sometimes, like, girl, you want your hair, you don't want your hair to get messed up, so you just, I don't know.
Yeah, but to be walking through the airport the whole time and you looking crazy, like you just hopped out of bed and just grabbed your bag and I ain't even gonna want to check your breath.
Right. Move back.
And then sometimes you gotta ask yourself, out of all the successful people I know, would I ever see them in the airport with a bonnet on?
Yes, you would.
Who?
Yes, you would.
You would see a Bill Gates or
You're not seeing Beyonce with a bonnet.
You're not seeing Beyonce with a bonnet.
You're not
Not
seeing
in the airport.
Rihanna with a bonnet on.
But remember, we don't see when they fly. We don't see when
They got a private plane.
We don't see their day-to-day
So
life.
But that's different. That's private.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
So
This is public.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
There's a time and a place
Okay.
for everything.
If I was on my private plane, I'm
I'm still not wearing pajama pants though.
I'm gonna bring the bed.
First of all, if
you
I'm,
gonna wheel
The bed
me
is
in.
there. The bed is there.
if I'm on my private plane, I'm gonna be looking like I'm supposed to be
Oh,
on a private plane.
Okay. Right.
Like $1 million.
Right.
$1 million.
Because you got $1 million.
My bonnet might be 24 karat.
She got a gold bonnet. That don't count. Her bonnet made of gold. That's
Gonna be a
different.
helmet.
We talking about the bonnet.
You taking on the next level now.
Right.
You about to start a bonnet movement.
Right, you better be quiet because somebody gonna take that idea.
Yeah, you better go copyright that real
Right.
quick.
I'm like, oh, a gold bonnet. You know, they about to start blinging.
Bling bling.
We got a couple of minutes left. I do want to talk more about your business. We said, say the street again. Say where you located.
Alright, so Tristan Barbershop is located right down in the boogie down Mount Vernon.
Hey, shout out to Mount
261
Vernon.
West 1st Street. You know what I mean?
This is a question I really did want to ask. I know we got like 6 minutes, but you know, we talk about black people coming together. We talk about black people being one. At least in your community, you know, it's going to take a while before the whole world, and we understand that. But Mount Vernon, 4 square miles. Is there like for like barbers? Do y'all have like your own community? Do y'all have like a group text? Like, do y'all like send people, or is it like all competition?
With me, I compete with myself.
Okay.
So you see where if there's a barber across the street, that motivate me. If there's a barber next to me, that motivate me because I motivate everybody around me.
Okay.
If you're not doing something around me, you cannot be around me.
Okay.
And as a barber, I love when I see different creativity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that tells me like, yo, get into your creative mode.
Yeah.
What can you come with?
Yeah, like, ooh, yeah.
So it's like it pushes me. I don't know about the next barber
Uh-huh.
or the next man.
Right.
But stuff like that motivates me to even go harder.
Okay.
And my friends around me, they're enough.
Okay.
They stay like, yo, I want this style. Even with you,
You know me,
you
I'm about to
always
say,
come with something different. I'll be like, oh my gosh.
Yes,
Shanice.
tap in.
Like, what are we going with today? Like, you'd be surprised, and a lot of feedback is like they be telling me like, yo, bro, your work speak for itself.
No, seriously.
And I love that because I don't like to talk about my work and what I do. I like for my work to speak for itself.
And that's how it's supposed to be. You know, you don't gotta go around telling everybody, I cut here, I'm the best barber.
Oh, I cut this
here.
one, I
Right.
cut that one.
Oh,
Nah.
I'm a rich auntie.
Right. That's funny because when I get my hair cut by you, I don't even say nothing. And everybody's like, yo, your hair looks nice, your hair
A
looks
lot of
nice, your
people,
hair.
and they clients be coming in. So who's Natty? And I be sitting
Right.
there like, who's Natty?
Right.
How be messing with her? Who's Natty? They
Right.
be like, oh, he's the one that gave my homeboy this cut, or my homeboy this cut, and I like it. And to hear that alone,
Ooh, that feels good.
that's a
I
good
have a
feeling.
question.
All right, Jeff.
So it's not about just a cut, because you're just saying cut barber, but you do design, right?
Yes.
What got you into that?
Like I said, I love to draw arch.
Okay.
I used to doodle on paper from I was young, like go in school sometimes, you know, use that word.
Right.
So,
So is each design unique, or like you go off?
a lot of designs that I do is basically off the top of my head, but
Yes.
also with me, I like to ask my clients questions because
Mhm.
when I ask questions, the work come out even 10 times better. Because when you just dive in and just start cutting,
Yeah.
they be looking at you. You can tell
Mm-hmm.
by the expression on their face. They be like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Right.
And then you ask me,
Right.
you know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
a lot of, all of the times, because if I know my clients, I know what they're coming with. But as new clients, I'm gonna ask you.
Mhm.
And a lot of times I'm still asking my clients because they be at like Shani. They always come in with new ideas.
Different, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that keeps me abreast to what's going on.
Mhm.
Yo, Natty, last time I saw you did this, but this time I want you to emphasize on something. And I'm like, all right, how we gonna go about this? All right, give me a vision.
Mhm.
All right, go through your phone. If it's something you see in the phone, probably I could take that and put my little seasoning on it. You know what I mean? Because each of us have our own style, our own technique.
Yeah.
So I can't say I'm gonna take that man's style, but
Right.
I'm gonna put it into what I'm
gonna do it Natty style.
Yeah, and my spin off to it.
Yes,
You know?
yes. I love that. The video that I made with all the haircuts, they're all mine, and they're all things that Natty has done because he's my only barber. Selena tries to take your place
How
sometimes. Yo, he's been my barber for over 10 years. It's been a long time.
We went
It's
to
been a
transition after
yes, he's been
transition
to
after
different shops. I've been with him. Oh, Natty, you at this shop, da, da, da. But now he got his own stuff. He's doing his own thing.
13
Shout
years
out,
strong.
shout out to you. Is there anything that you want to tell the people before we get out of here, or anything you want to say, a message that you want to leave?
Love is love. Love is love. And shoot for your dreams. Don't let nobody stop you and tell you you can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And every setback is only a setup for a major comeback. Believe
Yes.
in yourself. Believe in yourself and remember where you're coming from. That's the biggest motivation there is. And never stop learning.
Never stop learning, y'all. And that is Girl Talk for tonight. Shout out to everybody for listening. Shout out to WBOX. Thank you, everybody. And we are out of here. Selena, you can exit out. Yep, now press in now.